It never ceases to amaze me in regards to the hypocrisy that comes from the liberal media. We all know what's going on with this Hunter Biden shit, and nobody's covering it. Nobody's reporting it when it comes to CNN or ESPN. And like I said, I'm apolitical, but I do assess, I do analyze, I do notice certain things when it comes to politics and, the upper levels of this world. So Joe Biden, you see here that he has a logo here, and you see the letter E, which is supposed to be a representation of the three stripes of America, you know, in a way where it's supposed to overtly represent that. But subconsciously, it's supposed to represent the first trigram of the eye chink. And the first trigram of the eye chink is one of eight, which is basically, something that was started by the Chinese mythology in regards to how it's supposed to represent and venerate the sky god. You feel what I'm saying? The sky god Shingdi in Chinese mythology, or Horus in Egypt. You feel what I'm saying? The ancient Egyptian mythology. It's all in veneration of the sky god, or the serpent, who is what? Fuxi, the serpent Fuxi, which is basically the one that came up with this understanding in regards to how it's allegory. The serpent Fuxi is basically Kush. You know what I mean? But it's a different region, it's a different allegory, it's a different mythology. But it all goes back to true events. So like when it comes to this understanding of the trigram, like I said, it's all in veneration of the serpent. So let's go into it real quick. So you see here, you see the eight trigrams. And what you see here in the middle is the yin and the yang. And the yin and the yang is an inspiration, or basically in representation of Fuxi and his sister being Nuwa, because they created humanity and civilization in regards to the mythology, the mythological understanding. It all goes back to what? Cush, Semiramis, and Nimrod. You know what I mean? That's what it goes back to, particularly Cush and Semiramis in regards to the mythology of the Chinese mythology when it comes to the I Ching. Because let me just read on. I'm gonna just read it real quick. I just want to give you guys something real quick. So this is just going into the yin and the yang aspect. And once again, the yin and the yang is all in representation of Masonic principles, the coming together of the opposites. You feel what I'm saying? The black and the white, as well as understanding as above, so below, the yin and the yang. So the yang is masculine, white, light, south active. The sun god Shi, heaven, warmth, and hardness, providing form to all things. Yang may also be represented by fire, which symbolizes creativity, the dragon, the color blue, and a solid line trigram of the I Ching. So when it says what? Providing form to all things, that's supposed to give you the understanding of what it goes back to, which I'm going to read on. I'm going to read up on. The principle of yin and yang is represented in Taoism. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. By the Tahitu. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong as well. By the Tahitu diagram of the Supreme Ultimate, which was first introduced by Song Dynasty philosopher Zhao Duni, 1017 to 1073 Common Era. Right? Chinese mythology and cosmology rests on the concept that the universe is shaped and maintained by two fundamental forces called yin and yang. They are opposite yet complementary forces that interact to form a dynamic system where the whole is greater than the assembled parts. Yin represents the feminine, black, dark, north, passive, the moon goddess, Shingi, earth, cold, and softness, providing spirit to all things. Yin may also be represented by water, which symbolizes transformation, the tiger, the color orange, and a broken line in the trigram of the I Ching, Book of Changes. So Fuxi, now this is a depiction of the god Fuxi working on the trigram, circa 1456 to 1529. Fuxi is a legendary Chinese emperor, one of the first three emperors of China. While some theorize that Fuxi corresponds to an actual person, because he does, he corresponds to Kush. The legendary Fuxi had the head of a man and the body of a snake, and was a direct creation of Hao Shu, a god being created by the original creation of God Pangu. Fu Shi in turn created humanity by helping his sister make people out of clay. Theories places the emergence of Fu Shi around 2600 BC when China began to change from matriarchal society to a patriarchal society. So this is where it goes back to Fu Shi, the serpent god. They believe in the serpent. You feel what I'm saying? The dragon, the great understanding of the dragon. You know what I mean? Because of that energy that it permits, or that that it emits in regards to that energy of deception, that energy of, duplicity, so on and so forth. So this right here, I wanted to give you guys this image because, Jay-Z, he's another worshiper of the serpent, a Luciferian. His album that came out in 2009, The Blueprint 3, giving you the understanding that what? It goes back to the first trigram of the I Chink, the 3 bars, which represents the serpent god, or the sky god. Like I said, with it being translated to heaven. Because every bar, not every bar, but every trigram has a meaning in regards to the Chinese language and how it, you can translate it to the English. Like I said, I forget what the Chinese name for it is, but it basically means heaven in the English. And when it comes to that understanding in regards to the mythology, heaven is the sky god. You feel what I'm saying? Heaven is Heru, the sky god, or the sun god. The sun is in the sky. So Heru is the sky god, or Horus. But like I said, in Chinese mythology, it's worship of Shingdi, the sky god. Shingdi is just Heru in Chinese mythology. That's all it is. So that's why I wanted to bring out to you guys just a little short video, giving you the understanding of, what they reveal unto us, on a surreptitious level. It's important for us to be able to discern and decipher what we see. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to do more videos in regards to this on a more in-depth level, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar and other celebrities, but particularly Kendrick Lamar, his album, and how it has a lot to do with him being under programming, under massive programming Kendrick Lamar is under. But he's a very, very talented artist, one of my favorite artists. But yeah, I'm going to do a video on him. And also shout out to the sister Destiny C. She wanted me to do a video on Chris Brown and his mom and how there was a drastic change to her look. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just plastic surgery and all that. But I'm going to do a video on that. But I just want to thank you all for supporting the channel. God bless you all. I'm a little tired. It's really, really late. But, I be up doing a lot of research and just doing my studies. So I just wanted to do a little quick video. So God bless you all and peace. Shalom.